I was working at Cornelia Street Cafe where Lynn and I met, and Oliver Sacks came in, and he was talking about this syndrome, Charles Bonnet syndrome, which is what the main character has in the show. Charles Bonnet syndrome is a macular degenerative condition. So when you're losing your eyesight, instead of going blind and losing sight, you start to hallucinate. So you're confused between reality and hallucination. As you continue to lose your sight more and more, they get more intense, and there's no cure for it. The only thing is a healthy state of mind. You really have to know who you are. You really have to be comfortable with who you are in order to control and tame these visions.
Whenever I was just out or talking to people who were interested in the project, the first thing that always came out of their mouth was ambitious. And it was, and that's why we did it. We wanted to do something outside of the box. We wanted to be challenged. And we used the two mediums specifically, kind of like what Leah was saying, is because it fits so well with what we're talking about, the duality of reality, battling between an alternate universe and reality, film and stage. Of course, some of the disadvantages are, it was running everything as a film should run and running everything as a play should run, which are two completely separate things, but both at the same time.
I think when we all look back onto filming and the summer that we filmed, I kind of glaze over like a Vietnam vet, and I'll be like, those were the darkest times. There were really high times, it was great. And it came out like at the end of like, oh my God, we just made something amazing. But when you were in it, it was like in the trenches.
Manhattan Bridge, I also think, is so impressive that we were able to shoot at the Manhattan Bridge with no permit and light the bridge at night.
And a guy in a cop uniform.
Yes,
too.
It's just
illegal.
So illegal. Plus extras, plus the full crew. It's just like a crew of 15 or so.
Yeah. Honestly, that is one thing that I really took away from filming Degeneration X was just do it. Like, stop asking so many questions.
Yeah.
And just go in there like you fucking know what you're doing. And then you're doing it.
I think what the play did was really dive into one man's experience, sort of representing everyone and showing the complexities and the uniqueness and individuality and of one person.
All the characters were very different and they had a lot of problems and they were often very, very mean and rude and selfish. But you got to see it with love. So I think that's something that people will bring with them home too, that all these people that you might see on the street and you might judge and think are crazy are real human beings with real hearts that you can love and care for, and they have their own passions and struggles.
One of the biggest things that it kept resonating with me on is the human search for happiness and peace. And I think the discovery that it comes from within yourself.